You ever have one of those summers where you think the biggest thing you'll need to worry about is who's bringing the coleslaw to the cookout? And next thing you know, you're smack in the middle of a suburban turf war, fighting off the HOA like you're in some low-budget action movie. Yeah, that was me. I built my dream backyard, custom pool, curved like a river, a cedar pergola, a bar. I hand-poured myself waterfall feature just for the hell of it. I figured I'd be throwing barbecues, not battling over property lines, but here we are. So picture this. It's Saturday night, sun dropping behind the trees. Whole place lit up golden and perfect music, pumping ribs, sizzling about 40 friends and family laughing around my brand new pool. It's the kind of night you wish you could bottle up. My cousin Ray, between bites, nudges me, points to the fence line and goes, "Hey, who's the Barbie doll peeking through the trees?" I just shrug it off, figuring it's some curious neighbor from those fancy houses behind me. Willow Vale Estates, the sort of place where the hedges have their own social security numbers, and the HOA meetings are more cutthroat than Wall Street. Night winds down, I crash out, smelling like barbecue smoke and bourbon. Next morning, I'm out there with my coffee, planning to start the cleanup when I catch movement at the pool. For a second, I honestly think I left someone floating out there overnight, but nope. Two women I've never seen before are stretched out on my pool chairs, their kids already cannonballing like it's the public Y. One of them barely looks up, all casual. "Oh, hey, we're just using the pool real quick. Karen said it's community access. We're from Willow Vale." You know that feeling when your brain just stalls like, "Wait, am I being punked?" I ask which Karen. Karen Hutchkins. She's our HOA president. Then the other one waves a flyer with the HOA logo laminated, mind you, listing my backyard as a shared amenity open weekends. The kicker. Someone had cut off my lock and put up their own shiny brass one, tossed my no trespassing sign in the bushes, and even left a map showing my pool as part of their green belt. I laughed out loud, but not the funny kind. I tell them, "Look, this is my land, that's my pool, and unless I invite you, you're trespassing." The mom gets huffy, flashes some printout like she's about to win a zoning award, but I shut it down, told them to pack up or I'm calling the police. They slink out muttering with the kids dragging towels like little defeated soldiers. After they leave, I call the non-emergency police line, tell them what happened about the sign, the lock, the weird flyer. Cop shows up, does the whole, that suspicious thing, tells me to document everything. Swap the lock, maybe add cameras. Don't worry, I say, this is just getting started. Because if there's one thing I know, you don't mess with a guy who builds bridges for a living. My property lines are set in concrete, literally and figuratively. And what do you know, before I can even finish pouring the new cement on my gate post, two cruisers pull up and out steps the queen herself. Karen HOA president, clipboard, sunglasses, beige slacks, the whole suburban dictator starter kit. She's flanked by a cop looking like she's about to lecture me on watering schedules. She marches up, holding a map smile that never quite hits her eyes. "We need to have a conversation." She points to a spot on her map, claims some ancient site plan, puts my backyard pool in their shared greenbelt. I hand her my deed survey permits, all notarized and approved, nothing about Willow Vale anywhere. Karen doesn't even blink. HOA bylaws supersede new construction, she says, like she's reading off a script. "You may have built the pool illegally." I bark a laugh. "Illegally? Lady, I'm not even in your HOA." She fires back about noise complaints. Excessive lighting, threatening to escalate legally if I keep denying community access. I tell her flat out, if anybody else sets foot on my land, they're leaving in cuffs or soaking wet. Cop steps in, says it's a civil matter, but you can tell he'd rather be anywhere else. By Tuesday, things go nuclear. My buddy in IT sends me a screenshot from the Willow Vale Facebook group, my backyard highlighted in baby blue, labeled as seasonal shared pool community, use encouraged. Karen's the author, inviting residents to reconnect with the amenity code available on request. My jaw hits the floor. Not an hour later, an elderly couple shows up with lawn chairs thinking they're at the resort. Sorry, I tell them this is not your pool. Word spreads by the end of the day. I've got teens scaling the fence, angry phone calls from random HOA folks, even a woman yelling at my gardener. I put up more signs, add motion sensors, and install an LED floodlight so bright you could see it from space. Thursday morning, I find a type notice on my door, no logo, just bold font threatening fines for failure to provide community access. That's when I call in a land survey crew, get a full site analysis. Surveyor Erica shows up. All business confirms every inch is mine. No HOA, no easements, no shared obligations. I post her report online with a little message. If you want to swim in my pool this weekend, bring a warrant or bring floaties. It goes viral. 3,000 shares, memes, angry comments, the whole internet dogpile. Now Karen's feeling the heat. She sends out a grounds unit maintenance crew, 4 guys in matching shirts, pool nets, toolkits, even a ladder claiming scheduled maintenance. I block them at the gate, tell them to leave or face trespassing charges. Karen herself appears waving a folder and quoting some order number 71D. I record the whole mess, threaten to call the cops again. Sure enough, cops show up, cuff 3 guys on the spot for attempted vandalism and trespassing. Karen gets an earful from the officer, and for the first time, she looks rattled. But she's not done yet, oh no. Next, she goes online, blasts out dramatic posts about reclaiming historic green space, and accuses me of privatization and zoning exploitation. She calls me a rogue contractor. I hit back with receipts, deeds, surveys, even an affidavit from the previous owner confirming 0 HOA connection. My post goes countywide. Even reporters come sniffing around. Then comes the twist. A whistleblower from her own board delivers emails showing Karen knew all along it wasn't community land. She planned the whole annexation campaign, cooked up fake maps, told her crew to push until I gave up. A digital forensic expert proves the HOA map was faked with Photoshop based on a Zillow image. Rachel, my attorney, slaps the HOA with lawsuits, trespass, property damage, defamation, and now forgery. Judge issues a restraining order against Karen, bans her within 50 feet of my property. Her house is 60 feet away. So for the first time, she can't even peek over the fence. The court case is a circus. Karen tries to argue historical access waves around bylaws. Her lawyer looks ready to crawl under the table. Rachel and I drop the hammer surveys, video footage, the fake flyers, emails, the forensic report, the whistleblower. The judge isn't having any of Karen's nonsense. You don't annex a man's yard with Microsoft Paint. He rules for me. Karen gets probation, community service, and a $720 $1,000 judgment. The HOA is barred from ever mentioning my property again. Suddenly, Karen's a suburban legend, her name scrubbed from everything her house up for sale blog, shut down for impersonating public officials. People show up at my place with casseroles, neighbors apologize, one guy even offers to mow my lawn. Feels like peace at last. So I do what any sensible person would: commission a sculpture of a woman in a suit, tangled in an inflatable flamingo, half sunk in the pool, Karen's lagoon, in memory of unauthorized ambition. My brother nearly chokes on a rib from laughing so hard at the reveal. And honestly, that's the moment it all really ends. The fight is over, the fence holds, and I sit out on warm nights with a drink in hand, pool lights, glowing, no more drama, no more threats, just relief. And you know what? Turns out no matter how many maps you fake or flyers you post, you can't bully your way into someone else's backyard just because you think you deserve it. Some things at the end of the day are still private. But hey, tell me, what do you think? Was I right to fight this hard, or does community mean giving in? Drop your thoughts below. I'm dying to know where you draw the line. Would you have let them swim or stood your ground? Let's hear it.